Hey everybody, and happy Easter. My name is Mike Sienna. I'm our Central Youth Coordinator here at Vox Church.
And I'm Maria Conrad, the Central Kids Director.
And there's just one thing that you need to know before we get started. Easter Jam is for everybody. All right, so everyone in your family is gonna get involved. That means you if you're a teenager, and even you if you're a college student.
And if you are a younger kid, get ready. We need you to lead the way. This is like an Easter we've never had before, so adults, buckle up. No matter who you are, we want you to know that Easter Jam is for you.
That's right, and the only way that you're not gonna have fun is if you choose not to participate, right? So look around. Is anyone missing? Go get them right now. Go ahead and pause us, because we're gonna get started in just 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Okay, hear me out. There are two types of people in the world. People who like to eat these little guys, you know, the Peeps, and then people like me. I just don't get it. How do you eat something so cute and grainy?
I love Peeps. Families, how do you feel about Peeps? Give me a thumbs up if you like them, and a thumbs down if you don't. All right. Doesn't matter how you feel about Peeps, you are going to love this game. Your family is about to face off on the ultimate Peep jousting competition of all time.
That's right. And now to get started, what you're gonna do is split between Team A and Team B. And each team's gonna get a Peep, but don't worry, if you don't have any Peeps, you can use a marshmallow instead. And remember, the bigger, the better. So as you guys allocate your teams and give your marshmallows to each team, you can even come up with some creative names, okay? Like Lord Sugarcoat or maybe Sir Sprinkles. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And even more than that, you can get a pencil or a Sharpie and you can draw on the Peep. Maybe a curly mustache or some angry eyebrows. Let your creative juices flow.
And to get started, you're gonna first grab a toothpick and place it into the Peep just like this. And you wanna make sure the Peep's on our safe, microwavable plate. And guys, you can think of the toothpicks as a lightsaber for our Star Wars fans, a joust, or even a sword. Depends on how competitive your family is. But just make sure the Peeps are facing each other and are very close.
Yep, that's right. And now it is time for the main event,
Woo!
Okay? Take the plate to the microwave and you're gonna press 45 seconds. But hear me, parents, please do not let it run for 45 seconds.
No.
As soon as you're a safe distance away, you're gonna press start and you're gonna let it go and you're gonna keep an eye on the Peeps. As soon as the Peep drops the saber and hits the other one, that is the winner. The first toothpick to touch wins, all right?
All right, I'm ready for this competition. Are you ready, Mike?
Oh, I was born ready.
All right, winners, make sure you take a photo of your sweet, sweet victory and tag us on our Vox.Families Instagram page and our Vox Families Facebook page.
Now we're gonna get started, so press pause and go have your Peep jousting battle.
Let's go. All right, families, who won? That was so much fun. I totally beat Mike on that one. And victors, remember, use the hashtag VoxFamiliesEaster on your photos. And guys, look what happened to our Peeps. That was a lot of fun.
It was awesome. Now, families, we're gonna get ready to play another game. And all you're gonna need for this one are socks. Lots of socks. Okay, so go get some socks. All they have to do is match. They can be clean or dirty, and then we're gonna go ahead and start this next game.
All right, you got your basket of socks? We got ours right here. To get started, families, you're gonna need to pick 2 players and 2 scorekeepers. Do that right now. Okay. And to play, what you're gonna wanna do is you see all these socks? You're gonna wanna dump them on one side of the room. Don't worry, parents, they'll be picked up real soon. And then you wanna put the basket on the other side of the room. The player is gonna want to grab a sock and then find its match. You're gonna roll it up just like this, like a ball or Easter egg, and then throw it right into the basket.
That's right, and the team with the most sock eggs in the basket at the end wins. And if you don't have a scorekeeper, everyone's gonna be on the honor system, okay? You'll have to keep track of your own score, and you're gonna have to be honest. I'm looking at you, parents, okay? So now you can go ahead and pause the video and get your team separated and your socks ready.
We'll meet you back here.
Everybody ready? Great. We're gonna put a 1-minute timer on the clock, and we're gonna get this Easter egg throwdown rolling in just 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, families, come back over here. Who won? Mike totally beat me in that one. That was wild, Mike. Well, winners, you get socks. Just kidding, parents, make sure you get the winner something sweet.
That's right, and today we're celebrating because it's Easter.
Yeah.
And if you don't know the full story of Easter, that's okay. We're gonna get there and talk about why today, maybe more than any other day, is a happy day. But before we do that, I'm sure there are people in your life that would love to hear from you. So we're gonna put a few challenges on the screen, and we'd love if you would pause the video and then wish your peeps a happy Easter.
All right, I just got like 10 text messages from my family wishing me a happy Easter or Buena Pascua. Love them. Guys, we are celebrating Easter like we never have before. And it's different this year, and it's okay. Easter is still happy. And it's not happy because of Peep Wars or Easter eggs or even chocolate bunnies, even though we love chocolate bunnies. It's happy because of what happened about 2,000 years ago at the very first Easter. It's the world's greatest story, yet it is so simple.
It's so simple, it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts and minds and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent Him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have Him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release Him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of his own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then he died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely he was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took his body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Wow. Every time I hear that story, it amazes me. God sent Jesus to the world to remind me that no matter what goes wrong, he is still good.
Yeah, and I like to think of it as I can because Jesus is alive. So for example, I can love others because Jesus is alive. We can have hope during this time because Jesus is alive.
Yeah. How about as a family, we take a moment and you think, you sit down and you seek that question, I can blank because Jesus is alive. And add to that list, fill in the blank.
Yeah. Why don't you just pause the video now, discuss, and when you're finished, meet us back here. Awesome. I love conversations like this. Guys, remembering what God has done in the past for us gives us hope for what we're going through right now. And I hope that's true for your family too, and I hope you spend the rest of your day making happy memories with your family. And to help you get started, we have one last challenge for you. You need to pick the tech guru of your family. Maybe it's you, aunt, or step-parent, or even you, 8th grader.
That's right. And then as soon as this video is over, we want you to go outside and take a family photo. Now you can be dressed fancy or just in your pajamas, or maybe you even use the little filter with the bunny ears. That one's my favorite. And then we want you to post this picture to social media and use the hashtag VoxFamiliesEaster. We want to see your family's Easter style and stay connected.
Yeah, now more than ever is the time to celebrate Easter. Yeah. It's a time to remember what God has done for us and the hope we have in Jesus. After all, that's what makes Easter so happy.
Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, realize meeting face to face, I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive.